Inkjet vs laser printers. Which one is right for you? This is the most basic and most essential question in printer shopping. You've no doubt wondered what differentiates the two technologies and the top models in either category. We're here to clear up the confusion. Although both print technologies have their place in homes and offices, there's a good chance that one will be better at meeting your needs than the other. In the question of Inkjet vs laser printers, it's all about what you want to do and which technology is better suited to those needs. Laser printers are better for text and documents. If you are printing a lot of basic documents, a laser printer, even a monochrome laser printer, can churn out page after page with better quality than an inkjet. But inkjets are better at printing photos. Laser printers usually have the lowest cost per page. Toner is incredibly cheap on a per page basis and won't dry out like old ink cartridges might. However, there are more and more inkjet printers being sold with refillable tanks that can offer similarly affordable printing, provided you're willing to pay more upfront. Inkjet printers are more compact, without the need for various internal drums and rollers. Inkjet printers can offer full-page printing with a much smaller footprint than most laser printers, even while offering copy and scanning capabilities. While the most basic definition of printing is the same across both inkjet and laser printers, putting letters and images onto paper, the two methods achieve this result in very different ways. Inkjets rely on liquid ink, deposited onto the page through a print head that uses dozens of micro nozzles. It prints by putting microscopic drops of ink onto the paper. Depending upon whether that ink is dye or pigment based, the ink may change the color of the paper, or simply dry as a deposit on the surface of the paper. When it comes to buying a printer, the cost of the printer is a big factor in the decision. Sure, you want certain features, but your budget will often make the decision for you. Inkjet printers tend to be much less expensive than laser printers. The technology is slightly less complex and therefore less costly to manufacture. Besides this, most manufacturers sell inkjet printers at a loss, knowing that they can make up the difference in ink sales down the road. Sometimes it's cheaper to buy a new printer than to buy a full set of new ink cartridges. Laser printers, on the other hand, will rarely be sold for less than $200, and even the most budget-friendly models sell for $150 or more. Now, the cost of printing should definitely factor into your thinking. But if you barely print, or if you're more likely to make use of the printer's scan and fax functions than the actual printing, you can find some very affordable options for as little as $50. Takeaway: inkjets cost less to buy, but you may pay more in the long run. The specific qualities of liquid ink and toner powder also affect how well suited they are for certain types of printing. Inkjets, with their dye and pigment-based inks, do especially well at handling color, particularly for images and photos, which are more likely to involve subtle shades of color. The nature of liquid ink means that those mixtures are easier to reproduce on an inkjet rather than on a laser printer. Laser printers are not always built to handle photo printing, relying instead on halftone dots to create certain colors on documents. Even those laser printers that can handle the higher quality color for photo printing require specialized laser printer-ready photo paper to do it, making it much less convenient than using standard photo paper on an inkjet. However, laser printers tend to be better suited to printing text, offering crisp, clear letter forms that can't be matched by most inkjets. Inkjet printing will often bleed slightly, and while print is legible, the individual letters won't be as sharp in their detail when examined closely. Another major difference is the cost of ink and toner. Liquid printer ink has been identified as one of the most expensive liquids on the planet, and is a highly engineered product, designed to provide precise flow rates, to mix and bleed with predictable consistency and to dry within moments, all while providing colors that look just right. There's a lot involved in printer ink. Because it provides a high-margin product that printer owners will have to buy again and again, only encourages printer companies to keep you coming back for more. Inkjet printers vary in the cost per page, but tend to fall within the same general range. Black and white text will usually run at 5–10 cents per page, and color printing will run between 15 and 25 cents per page. The editor's choice Canon Pixma TS9120, for example, costs 7.8 cents per text page, printing in black and white, while color prints are 19.8 cents per page. One more differentiating factor that printer shoppers may not consider when comparing printer types is size. Obviously, printers vary in size and design, but on the whole, laser multifunction printers tend to be larger and heavier than their inkjet counterparts. If you've unlimited space on a desk or shelf, it will be easier to find an inkjet to fit in that smaller space. Inkjet printers have benefited from some significant advances in miniaturization, with features like print heads built into the ink cartridge. Some like the HP Tango X, are so small as to be portable, measuring just 9.7 x 15 x 3.5 inches and weighing a mere 7.5 pounds. Laser printers, on the other hand, have to accommodate a larger print drum, laser module and thermal element, which all adds to the bulk, and multifunction features like scanning and copying to the list, and laser all-in-one printers tend to be pretty bulky. Deciding between an inkjet printer or a laser printer really boils down to what you want to use your printer for. Some people print a handful of pages a year or print photos more often than text documents. Others may print reams of text but rarely need a photo, or they value long-term operating costs just as much as the upfront purchase price. Inkjet printing is generally a better fit for the occasional printer. Ink will cost more on a per-page basis, but refills are cheaper than toner. Inkjets are also better suited for small spaces, since laser printers tend to be larger. It's also the better option for printing images and photos, since ink offers richer color and fewer printing limitations. Laser printing, on the other hand, offers the most affordable way to print a lot of text-heavy pages. It's faster, too, offering finished, smudge-free pages in seconds. And if crisp, easy-to-read text is your priority, then go with a laser printer, which offers better text printing every time. We are going to end this video right away. If you have any query or information to share, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.